Share the bag, share the bag, share the bag, where the bag.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. I'm kind of following off from where the last video ended. Started driving last night for a couple of hours, got as far as like the Florida border and pulled off to a rest stop to get some sleep, and I can confirm sleeping in the back of this thing is actually not too bad, although I haven't told you guys what this thing is yet. I'm gonna drive for a little bit. Once it gets daylight out, I'll pull off and actually show you. But very excited by my purchase. I did just have to get security here at this rest stop to jumpstart me because the battery was dead when I woke up, which was not a great start. And I slept like pretty good. I was using my sweatshirt as like a pillow because that's all I had, which, dude, shout out to this dope ass Substance crew neck, which is extremely thick. You can grab them right now. You only have until Monday the 7th of March to grab these, so go grab one. I was using that as a pillow, and about 4 a.m. it started getting a little bit too cold to be in just a shirt, and so I put this back on. It immediately like warmed me back up. And then I looked at the time, it was like 4:30, 4:45. I was like, you know what, let's just wake up and start driving. So that's what I intended to do, but the battery was dead. But now thankfully it started. I guess I'm gonna have to go buy a battery for this, which is kind of to be expected with a car that is from Japan and has been sitting around for a while. So yeah, we'll have to bite the bullet and go do that. But I'm just glad it started now and I can drive. Alright, I've been driving for maybe an hour and a half and I'm still crazy tired, so I'm stopping. I got a Red Bull, which I'm not going to drink right now because I'm going to take another nap. Alright guys, I apologize that this video had a horrible intro. This drive has been miserable. I literally just got home, drove through the night, had to stop and sleep every hour basically. I am exhausted, but I am home and it is finally time to introduce you to my new Toyota Crown Majesta.
Been doing this since the snot nose. Ain't no coming back when them shots blow. Remember running back to Costa like, bro, this shit got funky round the way. Had to done 3 out the K, now we ducked off out the way. Had to reroute the play, drop a 6 in the pot. Give it hops like Dr. J, heard he done with my ops. OPP hip hop array, 50 drum on my Glock. No PT ain't about to play, clean him up with the mop. Got OCD, I love to spray. Plug card, he want his pay. Cuz card, I'm on my way. Fell asleep smoking weed, codeine in my ocean spray. Strongest cookie in the city, got exotic all flavors. 100 bowls at a time, now that's what.
So, this is my new to me, although it's basically brand new, UZS 141 Crown Majesta. UZS, not JZS. I'll show you why in a second. Of course, I know what you guys are gonna say. Another white silver two-tone car. Yes, I have a problem. Promise I didn't do it on purpose. Kind of maybe a little bit, but I apologize if I have a hard time trying to get my thoughts together. I'm very tired and very excited by this car. But let me run you through everything on this car and why I bought it. I've been in conversation with Logan about this thing for quite some time. He's had it in the country for a little bit, and he posted it up on his story and just, you know, sent it out to the homies and was like, hey, does anybody want to grab this before I actually list it for sale? At which point, of course, I messaged him. This was a little while ago, but I had already decided in my mind that I was selling the truck and that I needed to pick up another daily. And my intention was that I was going to go buy another LS400 because my LS, when it was stock, was such a good car. LS prices have gone up like crazy along with everything right now. And after doing a little bit of research into imports, it actually turns out that you get a lot more for your money with buying an import. And so I could have bought a Toyota Celsius, although the numbers on those are going up a little bit. This thing is kind of a hidden gem because it's an underrated chassis for a lot of people. I think a lot of people in the US don't really know much about it, and it has a 1UZ. Yes, you can get it with a 2J, but I wanted a 1UZ, and this happened to have a 1UZ. Logan happened to have it. Stupid low miles, little rough around the edges, and it's white silver two-tone. And we worked out a price, made it work. Thankfully, he has been holding it for me for quite some time because I have been super delayed in getting the truck fixed and sold and all of that bullshit. And so I'm very, very thankful to Logan for that. But yeah, this car is sick. And for right now, it is just a daily. So it is a UZS 141, not a JZS 141, because it has a 1UZ. This is the same motor that comes in the LS 400, although this is obviously the first generation, so it is non-VVTi, which has its perks and its downfalls. Everybody's gonna say, oh yeah, it's better for boost. Nobody gives a fuck about boost. But big pro for me is that if the timing belt breaks, it's not gonna destroy the valves. But as some of you guys know, I'm a huge fanboy of the 1UZ. It's a very, very reliable motor. It's not super powerful, but it's really smooth, sounds great, super reliable. The timing belt's really the biggest piece of maintenance you need to do on it. Power steering stuff, you got to keep an eye on that. The starter is kind of a little bit of a pain if you need to do that, but nothing that's that crazy, and they just go forever. And so I'm very, very stoked that this is a UZ car and not a JZ, because I don't really care for JZs unless they're boosted already, and these didn't come boosted. So I don't want to go too crazy in depth with this video about what this car is and all of the features, but I will point out a few things on it. I do want to make a separate video going over like everything to do with this car and why it's an underrated chassis and why it shouldn't be. It is side by side to my LS400, and you will notice that the wheelbase is basically exactly the same. Though they are not the same chassis underneath, the dimensions on the outside are very, very similar, but the LS, or the Celsior in Japan, has more interior space, and this has less. It's honestly super weird to me that Toyota produced really like close together cars in the market. Both of these are very similar besides a few little changes. And so it's surprising that they would have so many like close competitors from the same brand. I don't really know who would have bought this over a Celsior or vice versa, but I do know that it's really cool. One of my favorite things about these is that they come with these fender markers. I've debated doing a set of these on the LS for so long. They look super, super cool, and when you're driving, it gives you a great depth perception. If you guys are not familiar, Japanese market cars, the majority of the time, don't come with the leather. They come with this like cloth upholstery, which is basically velour. This is considered higher in luxury standards than leather. Noticeably cool things about this model in particular is that I have a little oil change sticker right here, which is actually, I did the translation yesterday, I can't remember exactly, but it shows the mileage on there, and it says that this was like June or July of last year, so that's actually pretty cool that it was that recent. The thing that you guys are probably super curious about, hold on, wait for the noises. I will never get tired of that. So, the mileage, boom. So, when I picked it up, it did have 1,000 less kilometers, but yeah, 13,404 kilometers, which translates to just over 8,000 miles. That means that in 30 years almost, it's like 29 years old, this thing has been driven 8,000 miles, which, you know, to some people would definitely be a concern, and it was a little bit for me because that's not a lot of driving. What's wrong with the car? Has it been sitting for that long a time? It seems to me that it actually has not been sitting for long periods of time at all. It seems like stuff has been kept up to date, and it may be because they drove it so little, or it's just really, really short drives. It's like barely worn in. And so I'm sure that there's going to be some maintenance things that will come up that are related to it having such low miles, but a 1UZ with 8,000 miles is insane. So other shit that's just really cool, this thing in particular is sick. That's literally just heat and AC controls. It's got like a little garage door. I don't know why, but I think that is the coolest fucking thing ever. It's got cigarette lighters everywhere, as you would expect for any executive luxury car from Japan, and they all work. This is cool. Parking pole. Also, you'll notice the other side, that button controls the reclining rear seats. I also cannot just like walk right past this digital dash that is fucking insane. This car is a 1993 model and it has a digital dash. That is the coolest looking thing ever. I'm gonna start it so you guys can hear how quiet this shit is. Ready? You know, even more cool shit. That button, mirrors fold in. That's pretty standard for Japan.
Your steering wheel's on the wrong side. Can you let me in, please? Just want to have a sit. Yeah. Ooh! Plushy. Fucking JDM cigarettes, dude!
You just find that?
Yeah, you just open up the ashtray and they actually use it. Bro, this is half smoked. I'm not gonna, no. I was tempted for a second. What kind of cigarettes are these? Highlight? Yeah, there's like 6 or 7 cigarettes in here, dude. You might need to get a solid little vacuum system. JDM cigarettes, dude.
But yeah, we're in the back now, and the center console, you can control all of the volumes, change the music, radio station, all the AC controls. There is not a single cup holder in this entire car.
Yeah,
No.
this back seat does feel fuckable though.
But yeah, guys, this is the car. Short-term plans for it, really just clean some stuff up. I'll show you a couple little things on the exterior that aren't the best. So somehow, even though this thing was not driven much, it is scuffed up like crazy. This rear bumper, you know, a bunch of little scuffs, chunks taken out right here, scuffs all across the back of this. This fender has a weird little dent in it right there. I'm not sure how well you can see it. Hopefully that'll be easy to fix. Doesn't look like it's anything too crazy. And then, yeah, this corner, a couple scuffs on here. But really just going to take the bumpers off, get them painted, and it should be good. Yes, I know you guys probably have big expectations for me. Like, oh shit, Liam's going to do a bunch of crazy shit with this thing. Maybe. The LS is a priority. This is a daily for right now, although we all know how that goes. I want to get the LS finished first, and in the short term, I'm really just going to clean some stuff up on this thing, make it a really, really nice car. But because I am that guy, I have spent a lot of time researching these cars, and so I know a good amount about the stuff that can be done with it, and I have looked at some influences. And so I'm going to throw a couple pictures up on the screen right now of a few cars that I think are really, really well done. But yeah, guys, hopefully that gives you some perspective as to what can be done with this very, very grandpa looking car. I think that a lot of cars like this tend to get overlooked by most people because there isn't enough examples of really well done ones that you can just see. A lot of the well done ones are in Japan. There's not many sick ones in the US, although I will point out Elliot Elkroth, I'll throw his Instagram on the screen. If you like this chassis, go follow him because he's doing some really, really cool stuff with it. But yeah, there's very few in the US that are actually really badass. And so not many people are aware of what these are. And hopefully, you know, through some of these videos that I'll be posting on the car, maybe you guys will get a taste for it and be interested in getting one of these yourself, in which case you can hit up Logan. Or if somebody is interested in making an offer on this car, money talks. Honestly, I'm not attached to it yet. I do love the car. I do think it's really, really nice, but I'm not diving into it as a project yet. And so I am willing to sell it. If somebody was interested in buying this one specifically, after I clean it up, that is, I would sell it. But yeah, guys. Hello, Dolly. Yeah, guys, thank you for watching today's video. I apologize, a little bit all over the place. Back home now. I'm gonna go take a nap before we go hang out with some friends this evening. But there's a drop live right now. If you guys wanna see me continue to post content regularly throughout this year, I'm really trying to up the level of content and the stuff that I'm able to do, go support this drop. It's live on the website right now, only available until March 7th, so Monday coming up. If you miss the deadline, you can't get any of these products. So please, if you got... Really? Dollar. Really? If you guys want to show some support, go grab that stuff right now and post in the comments. Let me know what you think of the car. If you guys have ideas for what you'd like to see me do with it, let me know. Like I said, no guarantees. It is just a daily right now. But stay tuned. Uploading another video on the car very soon, going over everything to do with that car and why I think it's a cool chassis and you should buy one. Say goodbye, Dolly. Hey. Goodbye.